Am I the asshole for insulting my dad after he ignored my mom's pleas? I, 21 female, had to call out my dad, 56 male, for treating me and my mom, 52 female, badly all vacation. My family was out on an evening walk, to see an event in the city we were spending the holiday in. My dad kept ignoring my mom, telling him to slow down his walking pace, that her knee was hurting. This happened at least 4 times. He knows she's not supposed to put too much pressure on it too fast, yet he still went on forward. When he slowed down to let us catch up with him and my brother, irrelevant to the conflict, my mom was on the verge of limping. He rolled his eyes when she repeated it again, to slow down and wait for us, that the stroll could have been longer if they hadn't rushed through with it. He scoffed and told us to go on first instead, let us lead instead of lagging behind. My mom and I already had to put up with said condescending behavior all week from both him and my brother, and I personally couldn't take it anymore. I called him a dickhead and said he could show some sympathy. I'll be honest, I really do have a mean streak and come off as rather snarky when something gets yummy. So, I understand if it came off as harsher than I intended. I do feel kinda bad about it now. We stayed quiet for the rest of the walk and he didn't speak to me for the rest of the day. This morning he left for a walk without telling anyone. I accompanied my mom to go get some food for lunch and my dad childishly didn't eat any of it. He made his own and told me to grow up, and that I needed to do something with my life. He also made up new things, like how I called him a son of a bitch and more, but he does that all the time he's angry with me. And to tie it all together, he said that he was done with this vacation and that he was going back home. We came with his car. So my mom asked him if we were supposed to go back home on the train instead. He didn't reply. Honestly, I'm tired, I'm angry and I need some impartial opinions here. Was I really the asshole my dad made me feel like? Did I ruin the vacation for everyone else? I'm a male and your father a sasshole male chauvinist. Your father does not respect you nor your mother from his behavior. You definitely are not the asshole. Not the asshole, your dad is abusive. Next time do vacation type things with your mom and leave your dad on his own. If he does come along, make sure that you're not dependent on his car. Have a credit card and papers ready to rent your own car or get you and your mom independent transportation. Not the asshole your poor mother needs a divorce. He is emotionally abusive to her. She deserves better. Not the asshole, your dad is a child. Not the asshole. Anyone who acts like he does deserves to get called out, not coddled. Not the asshole. The only thing missing was your mother and brother also calling him out. He deserves all the scorn he gets. He comes across as unsympathetic and uncaring. Am I the asshole for reading and being on my phone instead of cooking and cleaning for my husband? So my husband and I are both working from home currently. My husband has to work very rigorously, 10 hours a day, while my job is very lax, 6-7 hours. So yesterday while on a bathroom break my husband walked in on me reading a book while working and seemed annoyed. Then later in the day he walked in on my scrolling TikTok on my phone and asked me what gives. I explained my situation and he got mad that I wasn't doing anything productive, like cooking for us. We've been cooking for ourselves individually when work has allowed, and cleaning around the house. I told him that while my job was more relaxed, I still did have to do some stuff and that at some point they may need me so I couldn't just get off and do things for him. The argument was more than that but that was the gist of it. This went on for all of last night and I just want to know if I was the asshole before my work today. Update. Thanks all for the feedback and support. I was planning to confront him and show him the comments here but before that he came to me and apologized for lashing out at me and offered to make me my favorite dinner. I forgave him and told him I'd help him with evenings walks for our dog so he can work extra if needed and still have time to make us dinner and clean up. Not the asshole. You are taking a break from work. My husband works at an office, I work from home. I am always the one expected to run errands, take the dog to the vet, etc. during my work hours because my schedule can be flexible. I also try to do housework during the day when I have time. But it really does drive me nuts sometimes. 'Cause when I am needed at work it's usually 'cause shit is hitting the fan. I work with a lot of people and sometimes I do just need to zone out and take a people break. Not the asshole. He's a grown man. He should pretend you aren't there and cook himself some food. If you don't have kids or pets, then it's not like the house is messing itself up. Tell him there are job openings in your field if he'd like to switch careers. When you are on duty and cannot just move freely around the house. Maybe if there was something productive you could do at your desk rather than reading or playing on your phone it might be a little bit of a valid point, but I cannot think of many things that you could do like that. Why do you have to be cooking or cleaning every waking moment that you're not working? Is the house that dirty that you can't sit and read for a few minutes? It's like as soon as a woman sits down, someone gets mad that she's not doing something. I hate that. Take your breaks. Everyone gets a break during work. I also work at home, as part of a call center. The days are very uneven in terms of call volume, and on slow days there's a fair amount of downtime. I still have to be available to take calls. Since every call requires me to either ask the team for info or look it up myself, I need to have my laptop at hand. So even though I have time to shop or whatever, I can't really start a recipe or a cleaning project. I don't know what you do, but it's absolutely reasonable for a job to make you be available even when you're not doing a task. I'm sorry if your husband is stressed. I hope he's not making you pay for it. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. I've had occasions, like today, where I had about 45 minutes worth of work, but had to be logged in and online in case anyone needed something. I surfed for 7 hours on news and gossip websites and also watched TV online while sitting at my work laptop. I can't go run an errand or do laundry. I'm literally being paid to sit and watch Dexter today. Am I the asshole for asking my girlfriend to tell me what flavor of smoothie she wanted? I, 24M, stopped on my way home to pick up a smoothie for my 23F girlfriend, Evangeline. She's pregnant and is craving smoothies, so I thought it would be a nice surprise for her. She always drinks the strawberry banana smoothie, so that's what I got for her. But when I got home and gave it to her, she didn't want it. She said that she doesn't feel like bananas, and asked me to get her a different flavor. I asked her what kind she wanted, and she said she didn't know. I told her that I need to know what flavor. Evangeline said, just get me what I like, and I told her that I don't know what flavors she likes other than strawberry banana. She started to get frustrated and said that I know the other one she likes. I had zero clue. She's never asked me for anything other than strawberry banana. I repeated myself multiple times that I don't know what she wants, and she started to cry and said that I was pressuring her too much over a smoothie. She's been in a bad mood ever since, has barely spoken to me all evening. Am I the asshole for asking my girlfriend to tell me what flavor of smoothie she wanted? Not the asshole. She sounds hormonal from the pregnancy. Don't say that to her though. Nah, this sounds like pregnancy hormones in action. Lots of changes going on and her tastes change accordingly. I would suggest a different approach. You went with the I don't know, tell me approach. That puts pressure on her. You could try, let me open the menu and see if we can find something you like. The pickles and ice cream craving is not a myth. Pickles are a good source of electrolytes and ice cream has fat and calcium, things she needs. So be prepared for her to ask for strange combinations. When she does, go get them. She's working on making a healthy human and she needs the basic ingredients. Not the asshole. Yes, she's pregnant, but does she expect you to know through osmosis what she wants? You were just trying to do a sweet thing for her. Not the asshole. But I will say, pregnancy hormones are absolutely brutal. Can you reflect back to your past, being aged 15-16, your hormones going nuts and being completely annoyed that your parents had the nerve to exist and your brother was breathing too loud? It doesn't make sense, and we know it doesn't make sense, and we get super frustrated that emotions exist for zero reason whatsoever. You are not the asshole, but she's also not the asshole for crying or being frustrated. Now, if she lashed out at you behaving badly, then she would be ta. But being indecisive, frustrated and crying isn't a behavior, it's just a state of emotion. Not the asshole, but give her some grace. I remember sobbing for well over an hour because DQ didn't have the blizzard flavor I wanted. Pregnancy is weird. Nah, she's just feeling all the things and you, understandably, don't know how to help. It'll all work itself out, just giving her time to cool off. Am I the asshole for refusing to split the check with my brother on Mother's Day? This past Mother's Day, I, 34, was the only person available on the actual date of Mother's Day as my older and younger brothers, 36 and 28, were going to be doing stuff with their families, and then we would do something with the entire family the following Thursday. So on Sunday my dad, my mom and I went to a local Mexican restaurant, and I took care of the bill which came out to $54. Then on Thursday we went to my mom's favorite restaurant. I was one of the first to arrive and I sat down with the mindset of trying to sit next to my younger brother so we could talk, but I was told by my mom to sit on the other side of the table so that my brothers and their families could sit together, which resulted in me sitting next to my two nephews. After dinner, my younger brother called from across the table, first time he spoke to me the entire night, and said, "How do you want to split it?" Here's where I might be the asshole. When he said that, the first thing I said was, "I already took mom out on Sunday." He just kind of stared at me, confused, so I repeated, "I already took mom out Sunday and paid $54. He just continued to stare at me, and I didn't say anything back. Then I went to the restaurant while he took care of the bill on the tablet thing. Here's the thing, if I was told beforehand that we were going to split the bill I would have been fine with it, but to tell me when the check comes and it be the first and only thing you say to me the entire night rubbed me the wrong way. So, am I the asshole? Edit. At restaurant the waiter asked my father if it was going to be one check or separate. I waited to see what he said, but he said one check. So I wasn't expecting to pay anything. So you showed up for a Mother's Day dinner and expected someone else to treat you? At 34 years old? You didn't even contribute your portion of the bill or offer. You assuming someone else would pay for you is arguably more tacky than not discussing the splitting of the bill beforehand. And you obviously did mind, since you fabricated silly reasons not to pony up. You are the asshole. You are the asshole. You should have paid for your own meal at least. You should pay for yourself and, if you have them, your family. Your brothers should have paid for their families and split your parents' portion between them. I understand not wanting to pay for a second Mother's Day dinner, but you should have covered your own dinner. Expecting your brothers to cover your dinner makes you the asshole. You are the asshole. Why wouldn't you offer to pay for your own meal? You are the asshole. It was family outing to honor mom for Mother's Day, and most certainly she was embarrassed about you calling out what you already spent on her. Double ta if you can afford it. He asked, how do you want to split the bill? Your answer, I'll pay for my meal and put 20.00 in to help cover mom's meal and the tip. Thanks, that was all that was needed.